Hello, Internet. It has been a while. I am very, very sorry about that. I promise you there's never gonna be a period again where I just go MIA for a bit. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I've had a lot going on the past month and I just needed a little me-cation, I guess. A lot of good things, a lot of, feeling things, but overall, I'm in a really good place. I'm super stoked to be back, and I'm really glad to share this video with you. In 2010, a guy named Dan Savage and his partner created what's known as the It Gets Better project. The It Gets Better project is an online community / video tag project where LGBTQ+ people pretty much make the message known that, it does get better and there is a future for those who are suffering from depression, bullying, suicidal thoughts in the LGBTQ+ community. Since the project got started 5 years ago, I made my first video in 2011 when I was 18 in my freshman dorm room in college via webcam.
This is something I've wanted to say for a really, really long time.
That video ended up going pretty viral on Tumblr, which was super dope. A lot has changed in the past 5 years. I personally made that video because a few months prior to that, I hit what I thought was my rock bottom. I was outed in high school. My mom passed away unexpectedly. And just growing up as a whole, it really has its challenges. After going through all of that, I felt like I was indestructible, like nothing could get me down. So I definitely wanted to make the message known that it gets better. The thing about rock bottom is that not a lot of people tell you is it's not always a one-time visit. You can be driving along the road and accidentally make a wrong turn and you end up there, and sometimes you might get a flat tire there and you're there a lot longer than expected and it sucks. Sometimes you take a step back, but all because you take a step back doesn't mean you can't take 5 more steps forward. Even small progress is progress, and I feel like that's something we don't take into consideration. I feel like we keep thinking we're not at our end goal, so we're not there, but the end goal is just getting there. It's the journey that's the big reward. You can have a bump in the road and still keep coasting along. We have come such a long way as a community in the past 5 years, and I'm so incredibly proud of that. But when I look back at that video of me when I was 18, I always remember, personally, when I'm having a bad day, the whole cloud metaphor I came up with. I don't know how I came up with that. So go 18-year-old Steph. You figured out a great metaphor, but you didn't know how to style your hair. That's okay.
There's always storms out there, but even on the most rainy days, the sun is still shining behind all those clouds.
Sometimes you can't see the sun, you can't see happiness, but all because there's a cloud there doesn't mean that the sun doesn't exist. And eventually the clouds pass and then you get to feel warm again, and it's so worth it. If you're struggling through depression and if you think that it'd be better off if you weren't here anymore, coming from someone who has been there before, I promise it really does get better. No, it doesn't just get better, it gets great. I know it sounds cliche, I know it's been said many times before, but I feel like the most important and the most valid things in life often are the cliches because they're true. You're so valid, you are so important. There's an entire community of people out there who care about you that you don't even know yet. That is how important you are, that is how valid you are. I know that's something I definitely needed to hear growing up. And the few times I was told that are what got me through some of my dark times. What I hope is going to happen for me in the next 5 years. Let's see, 5 years. I will be 27. Wow, we're pushing 30, Steph. I don't have like an end goal. I just want to be happy. Maybe there'll be a dog. I hope there's a dog in this future. Waking up every day next to the person I love. Maybe I'll make a non-profit. I've always wanted to do that for projects that I'm very passionate about. I don't know, I just want to be happy. I'm very passionate about this project because this message behind this project is what really helped me get to where I am today, when I really would have never believed it if you told me I'd be here 5 years ago. So thank all of you for that also, because as much as you guys say I help you, you guys help me 80 million times more, and I cannot thank you enough for that. I'm gonna have a really fun video also next week that I made with a bunch of your favorite lesbian YouTubers, so the MIA streak is over. The links for my Tumblr, my Twitter, my merch store, Instagram, all that good stuff will be in the description. I love you all. How did it get better for you? Leave a comment below. I read all of them, and have an absolutely amazing day. Have an amazing life. Just be amazing. Bye.
Because because that sunshine is definitely worth it. You're worth it.